Okay, let's see. You see, I wasn't like I did not prepare for this topic, but I just opened some, I mean, right away. I do not need to prepare for it. This why it will take us a little bit of time just to find the exact. I have the reference in front of me, but I don't like the page. The way it's made when you translate is not going to show the whole thing if I zoom out. So let us do this. Just trying to find different website, but it's the same book anyway. Okay. I found the same website again. Let's see this one. All right. This one is horrible too. The text is so big. Maybe we have no choice except to use that website. Let us see more. Maybe this one. All right, this one maybe will do better. So this is Tafsir Ibn al-Qayyim, and this person he exists supposedly in 751 Hijri, And if you don't know what Hijri mean, this is when Muhammad, the coward, he immigrated, running away from Quraysh, when nobody really was trying to harm him as Muslim they claim, because if they will kill him. Here it says, and this is the same verse. This is stupid idiot Ibn Farouk in his video. He quoted for us. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِفُرُوجِهِمْ حَافِظُونَ. The stupid idiot, he is quoting this, but this is not about masturbation. This is about you are preserving your vagina or your penis to the right one. But let us see who is the right one. Listen carefully. This is not Ibn Farouk. This is Ibn al-Qayyim, one of the biggest terrorists in the history of Islam. Read carefully. What is going to say here? Let's see. Let me search. The page is so long. Give me a second. Okay. Some website, they post the whole book in one page, and that make it hard to find the thing you are looking for. Let us see here. Oh man, if you click outside, you go outside of the page. Let us see what happened. I just click outside the page and it's gone. It's like yeah, it will look like we have to go to, because this website, for some reason, when I try to translate, it doesn't translate the page. So we will go to the previous website. We have no choice. So this is Bada'i al-Fawaid Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah. And here it says, and I'm going to translate into English using Google Translation. Nothing special. And you will see what it says in a second. Let us see here. And actually, let me copy the link so I can post it for you. And you can do the same from your side. What's happening? I cannot even copy and paste. For some reason, it's not allowing me. What is that? I'm not sure. Okay, maybe now. All right. So let us use Google Translation. It's not allowing me to use Google Translation. Let us try again. Click out of the page. Here we go. Now it's working. So read how they lie to you, those liars who they are either stupid, they do not know their religion, or they are lying in purpose as usual. Here it says that a person, he can even have he can use the hand of little child in order to masturbate. Read carefully. In this chapter was narrated by the authority of Ahmad about a man who feared that his bladder would rupture from sexual, like, you know, his testicles is full of water, his watermelon, and that and he don't have you know, like he have no choice. So what he will do, you know, he's horny, and according to my knowledge, Ibn al-Qayyim, he said, if you do that during Ramadan, that will not destroy his fasting. And if you do not have a wife, or actually, if you don't want to have sex with his wife, which means even if you have a wife, he can use the hand of his wife or a young child slave. A young child slave to masturbate with her hand. Let me zoom in so you can see. So it look like the Muhammadan, they claim that a Muslim man, he cannot masturbate by using his hand, but he can use 5 years old child as long as she is a slave, or the hand of somebody, she is his slave, maybe older. And here you see the filth of this religion and how low it is. And here it says, and actually if a woman, she is not a Muslim, it is okay. It is permissible to have intercourse with her if she is an infidel. How he do that? You know, like here he is not doing real intercourse because supposedly it's Ramadan and during the fasting time. So he will use his penis in, you know, but he will not put it in without more explanation. So here you see how stupid this cult and how filthy it is and how they claim things. It is totally the opposite of their cult. Let me post the link for you. So all of you Muslims and Christians, you will see the reference. And I'm not making things up. This is your Islamic website. And I challenge you, all of you, all the Muslims who will come watch the video, I challenge you to say that Ibn al-Qayyim is not a scholar, and he is not one of your bigot fat boys, and he is a real ketchup, not like this guy. And I challenge you to say, I am lying, and it does not say that, CP. All right? Now, so using the hand of little child to do masturbate is okay, but according to them, using your hand is not right. That is science. I mean, how nice it is. Using your hand, wrong. Using the hand of a child. It says there in Arabic, it's a child, even in English translation. طفلة. طفلة. له أما طفلة. Go right now and search in Google what this word means. طفلة. طفلة mean little tiny child. Even there it says أو صغيرة. صغيرة even younger than طفلة. Maybe she is 2 years old. Now we know from the books of the Shia, this is now the Sunni. Let us go to the Shia, because the Shia, they might say the Sunni have that. As you see, we show you a Muslim Shia website making fun of this of the Sunni. What about the Shia? This is the Shia. This is the book of Tahrir al-Wasila. I will show it to you. by Al-Imam Al-Khomeini. All of you maybe heard of him. He is the founder of the Islamic Republic of Iran, and he is their highest authority in the world during his lifetime. And now, until now, actually, he is considered the highest. Here, this is his book. It says, problem number 12, or issue number 12, it's not allowed to have intercourse with the wife. So you can marry her now under the age of 9, but you can do all kind of sexual enjoyment, like hugging or putting your penis between her legs, even if she is an infant. And I challenge the Shia to say I am lying. Even if she is radiyah. Actually, I have a video, debate in PalTalk, you can search it, having sex with an infant. The Muslim doctor, he was saying, so what? Allah, he allowed me, but I did not do it. Allah, he allowed him. But he himself, he did not do it. So here we notice that in Islam, the Muslims are arguing about masturbation, but their ethic is beyond Satan. This is satanic. And as you see, this is Shia and Sunni. Now they agree that you can use the hand of a child. In this case here, in the Shia book, you can put your penis between her legs, even if she's an infant. And this is a form of masturbation, because simply he is not really having, intercourse. But remember, masturbation is haram. But as long as you are using someone is lawful, it's okay. So what is lawful for them? A child, she is your wife. Or a child, as here in the Sunni book, she is your slave. Or even adult slave. Or even your wife. Here it says, even if she is your wife. So when those people, they speak about what is forbidden and what is not forbidden, how low this cult can go, how filthy this garbage religion can go. And this religion, they say to you, like I saw once an interview by, what his name, apostate prophet, with a woman. She is covering herself with the burqa, and suppose she convert to Islam. And she said Islam, like Christianity and Judaism, they fail with the, what the word she will use? Modesty. So what kind of a woman she accept such a kind of modesty unless she is, I don't want to use the word, you choose the one. Do you see how filthy this cult is? Modesty? So this is modesty in Islam. And those are the biggest of them, teaching them how to have sex and masturbate. And actually, I remember now, there's a hadith mentioned by Aisha that when Muhammad, he wanted to have Aisha in his house, Aisha, she was very, small. As we know from the hadith says that Aisha, she was 6 years old. And the Muslim, they claim that at that time, Aisha, she was just molested. But this is more ugly than masturbation. So the Prophet, he did not have intercourse with her, but he did molest her. When Aisha, she was moved to the house of Muhammad, before she moved her, the mother of Aisha, she asked for a few days so she can feed up Aisha, because Aisha was so tiny and so skinny, to the point she was afraid that she might die if he slept over her. So what the mother of Aisha, she did, let me try to find the hadith, because I don't remember exactly the exact details. I did not, this hadith is something I just remember from like maybe 20 years ago. Let me try to find it. Give me a second. Yeah, let us see. Okay. All right, we found it in English. That's wonderful. Read with me carefully. My mother intended to make me gain weight, to send me to the house of the Messenger of Allah, SAWS, which means shawarma. I don't know what, you tell those people, they worship Muhammad. They can't even say his name without saying tons of words around his name. Remember, we are the one who worship Christ, but we don't say SAOWC, Christ. No, this is how filthy this cult. They worship a man, but they claim they worship God, and they kiss a black stone, and they claim that they are not pagan, and they have sex with the children, and they claim that they have ethic, and they force little child to do masturbation for them, and they claim that they are the highest ethic, modestic religion ever. Read with me carefully. So Aisha, she need to gain weight. Why? She is so small. She is so tiny. She is 6 years old. So the mother of Aisha, she forced her to eat all kind of food in order to gain weight, and nothing worked. And then at the end, till she gave me, she said, nothing benefit her, Aisha, nothing benefit her to gain weight. Until she gave her cucumber with a fresh date to eat. Then I gained as much weight as she desired. What is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of this? Why the mother of Aisha is doing that? So Aisha, she can gain some weight, and she should have some meat. I mean, she is so little. Do you see how satanic it is? Why? And you can tell here she is just a kid, because my mom, you see, when you are a person who is adult, it's you who decide how to eat, what not to eat. My mom, my mother intended to make me gain weight, to send me to the house of the Messenger of Allah. So what the purpose is? Before shipping, we have to make her gain weight. She is so little. They want her to grow faster. Do you see it? This is Muhammad. And this is the faith of such a man. And as you see, this hadith is sahih, because those garbage, they will say to you, oh, doesn't say that, CP. This hadith is da'if. This hadith is reported by Susu, and Susu told Mumu, and Mumu told Fufu, and Fufu told Juju, and everybody knows that Juju is a liar. This is how they refute us. But in front of us, it says sahih, al-Albani. And by the way, the donkey, Ibn Farouk, he just mentioned that he accepted al-Albani. So as you see, al-Albani. Do you remember the guy when he said that the hadith is mentioned by David Wood is not sahih? It was approved by al-Albani. He told him this is not sahih. Anyway, so let us continue and learn about the ethic of this religion. There is many ethical teaching in Islam, a lot of ethical teaching, and I'm afraid if I teach you more, you will become so corrupt. So let us see what we will teach you here. I will try, actually I don't want to keep it long. And by the way, tomorrow I might come live on air. And the reason I came now, there is somebody we asked to come and repair something in the house. And suddenly he says, tomorrow I have time. I was waiting for him for long. And suddenly he says, tomorrow I have time in the, in the morning. So I don't know if he will come. Usually he lied too, like Muhammad. So we might come in the morning, but I decided to go now in case I could not make it tomorrow. So just to let you know. All right. So let us go and see the more morality of the Muhammadan. If a woman she have, let us go here. If a woman she have, okay, what she have. And again, if you don't like to hear those things, please leave. This is a topic not for everybody. Many of you are very like angels. I am not. If you're an angel, please leave. If a woman does not have a husband and her lust becomes strong, then some of our scholars say it is permissible for the women to take a crumbage, which is a piece of leather worked until it becomes shaped like a penis, and insert it in herself. She may also use a cucumber. Now we know why the mother of Aisha, she gave Aisha some cucumber too, as you see in the hadith. Maybe she was trying to give her some practice, I'm not sure, but as you see, according to Aisha, the science of the Arab, if you eat a cucumber, you get fat. Cucumber and fresh date. So if the women, she have a desire and she need to do, whatever she need to do, then she can use a crumbage, which is a piece of leather worked until become shaped like a penis and inserted in herself. And she also may use a cucumber. Now here you see this is again Ibn al-Qayyim. Now let us go to Ibn al-Qayyim in Arabic and try to find the exact hadith in Arabic, because this is here a translation and I don't see this guy giving us the page number. And I don't like that, you know. I like to see numbers. Numbers is important. Let us see. Because remember, you know, we need to give reference. The Muhammadan, they give them reference and they say it's a lie. So imagine. Let us see. Here we go. This is the book of Ibn al-Qayyim. It says, وَرُوِيَ عَنِ الصَّحَابَةِ كَانُوا يَفْعَلُونَهُ, which is what? Which is masturbation. And if a woman, she don't have husband, and she became so horny, some of our companion, they said, she is allowed to enter into her vagina a curambage, which is something made from leather, sex toy, as made in the image or the look of a penis, and she inserted on it. Or she can use cucumber or qara. I don't know what qara. I don't know what translate the qara. The qara is the same as a cucumber, but it's yellow. You know what I mean? I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's like a cucumber, but it's have a yellow or white look from outside. So, you know, those were the Muslims teaching, and this is their books. But let's go farther. But here I don't see the page number. Let's see here. It doesn't give us page number. We wanted the page number. Let us see. Okay, where is the page number? Okay, here we go. We found the page number. So it is the volume number 4, page number 905. Take a note. Volume number 4, page number 905. Now, in the same page here in front of me, it says, if a woman, Ibn Qudama al-Maqdisi al-Hanbali, في كتابه المغني, he said in volume number 9, page number 54. Actually, I was searching for this, you know, I found many references here, which is good. That will save us from doing research by one. If a woman, she inserted the penis of little boy, he is under the age of 10, there is no penalty for her. Let us find this reference too. And here we go. This is volume number 10, page number 152. Al-Mughni, Abdullah ibn Qudama, and this is the book. So if a woman, she is horny, and she needed to have sex, she can use little child, little boy. For sure, he can't be the husband, you know. Mostly is maybe, I don't know, any boy. She got a boy from the street. and she can use his penis to do that with him. But here I see actually things is more ugly. Here in the top it says, and doing intercourse in the anus is fahisha, which means very bad, you know, which is like against Allah teaching. All right. But this is doing that in the anus of men. And then here it says, and if a Muslim man, he do have intercourse with a dead person, there's two opinions about it. One, it says he should be punished, and the other one says if he do that to a toy, that will be similar to having sex with the real person, or it is having sex with the dead one, but still there is no penalty for that person. And this is the, you know, the agreement or the statement of Al-Hasan. And then he continued there, it says, according to us, there is no penalty for the one who have sex with the dead one, because the dead one is obviously already used, like, you know, like expired. And usually nobody desires such a thing, and usually like the soul does not desire such a thing. So there is no need for a penalty for such a thing, and there is no punishment for it. And then if you have sexual relationship with a child, if she was from the one, usually you can, if her doing that to her is adultery, because now this is adultery, she is not his wife. And here he says, and if she was not alive, which means she is dead, there is two opinions. One is says Al-Qadi, he said that having sex with a child under the age of 9, it's a woman or a child or someone don't desire by entering his fingers into her vagina, or if a woman she enter the penis of a child under the age of 10 into her vagina. And then according to him he says the penalty only happened if that person is in the age of intercourse, which means if there is no age of intercourse, then there is no penalty. So imagine here what the Muslims are talking about. And again, this is Al-Mughni, volume number 10, page number 152. And I'm going to use Google translation. And actually, even the Arabic is stupid to, you know, they are using very old Arabic. It's hard to translate, but maybe Google translation would do a good job. We hope so. So here it says, there is two sides of the punishment of having sex with dead women or a young girl who has not reached the 9 years of age because he does not desire the like of her. It's similar if he is inserted his fingers into her vagina, and likewise if a woman she inserted a male boy, which means penis of a boy, has not reached the age of 10 of someone else in her vagina. This is Islam. Let us continue. Should we stop? People, should we stop? It's disgusting, isn't it? Yeah. And then we will find that Muslims, they can even have sex with watermelon. And then we ask ourselves, if masturbation is haram, look like using your hand in masturbation Islam is haram, but using someone else's hand, it's okay. Or using a piece of cucumber, it's okay. Or using the hand of a child is okay. But don't use your hand, or even use any watermelon. Read this. Here it says, This is what the Muslim Sunni teach. And this is again Ibn al-Qayyim, the biggest, highest scholar of the Muhammadan. If a man make a hole in watermelon or a piece of dough or leather, skin, or a statue and has sex with it, then this is the same as we have said in other type of masturbation, i.e. that is halal, in the same circumstances given before, such as being in a journey. In fact, it's easier than masturbation with one hand. Again, this is Ibn al-Qayyim, you know, and let us go and find it in Arabic. I'm just trying to find the reference in Arabic, so you guys later, if you speak to Muhammadan, because here I don't see any numbers in this page. I don't know why they don't add numbers, but let us see if we can find it. I don't like to mention something without giving reference. Okay, let's see. Actually, I think this is the same page we mentioned before. The very number 4, page number 09, 904, no, 905. Yeah, let us see. Yeah, actually, we show you this this page here, and we post the link for you, so she can use. Yeah. Now let us go to other details. There's a hadith once. I was debating once with the crazy man. His name Nader Ahmad, if you remember him, and in that hadith, I accuse Muhammad he was having sex with the goat, and Nader Ahmad he says, so what? Better than your religion. It says smash the head of the babies. That's what he said. You can ask him. But if we go to this hadith, actually it is translated in answeringislam.org, and it's written actually translation done by Sam Shamoun. Maybe somebody help him to translate from Arabic. But if you go read here, this hadith from is an explanation of Al-Bukhari by Imam An-Nawawi, very big name in the history of Islam as a scholar. Here it says, just to make it short, I will post the link for you so you can read the whole thing. Our companion have said, if the penal head has penetrated a woman anus or a man anus or an animal vagina or its anus, it is necessary to wash whether the one is being penetrated is a dead or alive or dead, young or old. All right? And here we continue down. This is about masturbation. If a woman insert in her vagina an animal penis, she must wash. See how important to wash? And that will remind us of a hadith of a woman. She did masturbate and she came to Muhammad himself, and he did not get upset from her. He told her she had to wash her beautiful vagina. May Allah bless him. So she said here, or he said here, so if a woman, she insert in her vagina an animal penis, she must wash. And if she inserted detached penis, in Arabic, ذكرا مقطوعا, a severed male member. In this case here, this is a real penis, but she cut it off. How? Don't ask me. Okay? Maybe it's not a penis of a human. I mean, I don't know how in the world where she got a penis of a man or a penis of anything, and she cut it off. So now they are talking about a detached penis, which is cut off. This is, you know, real, and maybe it is they mean by detached a sex toy, but doesn't look like it. But this is Islamic religion, and this is their teaching, and nobody get offended when you read those things for them. But let us go now and read the hadith, as long as we are talking about masturbating. This is the hadith about a woman. She came to Muhammad. Her name is Salim, sorry. She come to Muhammad, and she have a discharge by touching herself. The Muslim, they say to you, it says a wet dream. It says there a wet dream. In fact, the wet dream here is a woman, she is imagining a man having sex with her, and she touched herself. Isn't it, this is a masturbation? It is a masturbation. And this can be during sleep, or it can be during being awake. Do you see anything Muhammad saying this is not right, don't do that? Absolutely not. All what he said, and he claimed something very stupid, he said that she should wash her vagina if she see the discharge. And he claimed that if the women have discharge first, the baby will be a child girl, and if the man have discharge, the child, the newborn child, if the sex happen, is going to be a boy. But in this scenario here, we are talking about what? About a woman, she don't have a man in the bed with her, and she have discharge. Now, the Muslims, they might say to you, well, this is in the dream, you cannot control it. This is not in the dream, even though it's possible to be in the dream. How we know it's not in the dream? Because the wife of Muhammad, she said to Muhammad, do women أتحتلم المرأة? You see? The Muslim, they try to translate the word tahtalim as a dream, coming from the word hulm. In fact, the word hulm is a person who come to the age of able to have orgasm. If you go in the Quran, actually, there's a verse about it. I just remember. See it? This is exactly the same word. Chapter 24, verse number 59. When your children become what? Mature. This is the Muslim translation. What mature here? This is not about maturity reading. It's about sexuality, which means he can have orgasm. So this is the word al-hulm, as you see it, and this is the word tahtalim. Tahtalim, it means it have orgasm. It does not mean dreaming. It's not what a dream. It is having orgasm. And this is the exact word in the Quran. And this is the Muslim translation. We can change the translation. Somebody's saying somebody want to call me. My Skype is not open. And I'm not planning to open my Skype, my friend. You can change the translator if you want. To any translation you want. All of them are Muslims. You will see. When your children reach the puberty, you know, what is that word? Is al-hulm. So this woman, she is doing hulm. So what hulm is? She is masturbating. Right? Now, here we have Dr. Tashkil saying the following. Read with me carefully and try not to laugh. This Muslim, he is being upset, and he is giving us a refutation. He says, Allah is not ashamed. I agree. Christian Prince cannot understand that Allah is AWT, is not ashamed. My friend, you have no shame. You have sex with the children, you have sex with animals, you have sex with God, you have sex in heaven, you have sex with your mother in heaven, you have sex with your daughter. The Quran says whatever you wish. So we agree. Finally, we agree, me and Mr. Dr. Tashkil, that Allah is not ashamed. He have zero shame. A God who have a shame, he will not describe for you how long your penis is. What the purpose of that? And why it have to be so long? Because size does matter. For Allah is a sexual God. Allah is not ashamed, so he gave you permission to have sex with the children. Guys, I just told you, my Skype is not open. I will not open it. Doesn't matter who wanna call. I'm not in the mood to take calls. So we decided to make this video so we can show you a reference, not to have a conversation with anybody. Christian Prince can't understand, my friend. Can you explain to me how you explain to your wife that she can enter a cucumber in her vagina? As you see, there's no shame in Islam. You know? So the women, she wear a burqa, but inside behind the burqa, there's a cucumber. Cutting a penis? Having sex with dead animal? Or alive? Dead man? Young child or adult or old? Islam have no shame. I agree. Now where is the shame? There's no shame. What do you want more? My friend, hold on. I challenge you first of all to mention to me if your God Allah ever mentioned the word rape. While you Muslims are so busy talking about masturbation, didn't you ask yourself what kind of God he never have a rule for rape? What is the penalty of rape in Islam? I challenge you, I will give you 10,000 years to find me a verse in the Quran speaking about rape. Nowhere. Why? Because Muhammad was a rapist. Most of the wives he have, actually, they are raped. They are kidnapped. To the point the Muhammadan, they became pimps in the time of Muhammad. This is why we have a verse in the Quran speaking about women being forced into prostitution. And there's no penalty in Islam for prostitution. In fact, it is permitted. And there's a videos in Suku film, you can watch it. 3 Muslims, and the title of the video, I think it looked like we have a permission to work as a pimp or to be a pimp in Islam. 3 Muslims, very well known. One of them is Fifi. Go watch it. If I am the one who say this, they will say, it doesn't say that, CP, but the 3 are talking to themselves alone. So they mention it's okay to look like it's, yeah, the Quran give us permission to work as a pimp. So they are so worried about masturbation, but they are not worried about having their slaves forced into prostitution. And if you force them, there's no penalty. Not only that, in Islam, do you know that if you have sex with your mother, there's no penalty? What is the sect of this Ibn Farouk? Somebody knows? What is the sect of Ibn Farouk? Anyone know what his sect? He said there is 4 Islamic sects, right? So you have to be one of them. Read with me. What is the penalty? What is the penalty of having sex with your mother in Islam? Nothing. And this is Abu Hanifa Nu'man. Let us read together so people can die laughing. This is Ibn Hazm, volume number 11, page number 253. And here it says, and I will use Google translation again. And let us highlight the words so people can laugh. That's such a garbage. Here we go. ولا حد على من تزوج أمه التي ولدته وابنته وأخته وجدته وعمته وخالته وبنت أخيه وبنت أخته عالما بقراباتهن منه عالما بتحريمهن. What does that mean? There is no penalty if a Muslim man he have sex with his mother. He married his mother. تزوج, not if her, he married her. The mother, she gave birth to him, or his daughter, or his sister, or his grandmother, or his auntie from the other, like from his father's side, or from his mother's side, or the daughter of his brother, or the daughter of his sister, which means his niece. And he knew that they are relative to him. Let us use Google translation and see. Maybe I'm lying. Read it. There is no punishment for him. Who? The one who do the following. The translation is not really good, you know. The one who marry his mother, who gave birth to him, and the one who marry his daughter or his sister or her niece. I mean, translation is horrible. His sister, his aunt, and the aunt from the other side, his niece, his sister, daughter, even if he was aware of the kinship with them, you know, knowing they were forbidden for him, and yet having sex with all of them, there's no punishment. And again, this is Ibn Hazm, volume number 2, 11, sorry, or 2 actually, here it's coming 2. And it says here 11, let us see in the Arabic translation. Actually 11, yeah, 11. The correct is 11. And page number 253. And let me shorten the link, so I will post it for you, so you can save it. What about having sex during Hajj with an animal? No penalty. And it does not even disturb your Hajj. Let me shorten this link for you. And I will post it. Here we go. I don't know if that will work. I don't know. It look weird, this link. I don't know if it work. It work? Maybe it doesn't. Let me see different. I will use different one. Give me a second. Oh. You open those websites, they have advertising. All right, shorten. Okay, now it's going to work. All right. So as you see, I mean, this is a very, very silly, stupid cult, very low class, very savage, very trashy, and there is no shame in it. And when the Muslims, they say there is no shame in religion, well, your religion, all of it is a shameful religion. As you see, your prophet, his wife, she have to be fed up by cucumber so she can be sent to him. Now, how many of you saved the reference? because those maybe I don't, not always like come to my head. So I hope you did save them in your reference. My mother intended to make me gain weight so she can send me. So how small Aisha she was. She is little child. Not only she confirmed she was 6, she confirmed that she is so little, so tiny. They have sex with watermelon. They have sex with the goat. The Muslim, they will say to you that the Prophet, he forbid. What is the verse in the Quran? Those hadith written long after Muhammad's death. Muhammad trying to copy the Bible. Allah forgot to mention it in the Quran. How come Allah, he forbid something very silly compared to having sex with an animal? Like eating pork. But Allah never mentioned that it's forbidden for you to have sexual relationship with something is not a human. Do you know that there is Muslim, they have fatwas that a Muslim, it's okay for him to have sex with his dead wife because she is halal? His dead wife. So if the woman, she died and they did not bury her yet and she is at home and the guy, he is horny, he can still have sex with her. Let us see if we can find the fatwa. And again, the Muslim, they will say to you, well, there's no shame in Islam, and we agree. This is an Egyptian newspaper, and this is an Islamic TV station. And this is the video, can be found in YouTube. Surprise. Kutub al-Turath, which means the books of Hadith, agree that a person can have sex with the dead women. There is no penalty. There is no penalty for a man having sex with dead women. And there is no penalty to have sex with an animal or dead. And same for a Shafi'i. So this is Hanbali, this is the Shafi'i. I mean, who's left? And this is a translation. And this is Al-Yawm al-Sabi, a very well-known Islamic Egyptian newspaper. So what they will say? We can use Google Translation. Surprise. The heritage books. Surprise. Fatwa of the marriage of the dead. This is not marriage. Nukah is not marriage to F. The Egyptian, blah, 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 the Mufti, the highest authority, in Egypt. The translation is very funny. It says here, no one is allowed. But in fact, in Arabic, it says, there's no penalty for doing such a thing. Let me switch to Arabic. And actually here it says, in the front of you, if you see here, the book of Hanabils, there's no punishment for having sex with the dead or animals. The Shafi'i, same. If you have intercourse with the women, if she is dead or alive. Here the translation is coming wrong, where it says it's not allowed. It says allowed. Like we can switch to Arabic. It's taking time to switch. Let us see. I have too many browsers open and that's slowing my computer. All right, here we go. And this is again the Arabic title. Fatwa agree. لا حد على ممارسة الجنس مع الميتة. See in the translation it says no punishment. It's not allowed. In fact, it says لا حد, which means no penalty for having sex with the dead. And actually, we can find something more official than this. This is just a newspaper. I mean, how low this cult, this, with Christ, we gain back our humanity. With Muhammad, you go down to the animal field, Muhammad will make you an animal. Actually, the video on YouTube, the video with the sheikh is on YouTube. People can search it, can find it. But anyway, this is how low this cult is. Today we don't have many people here because it's not the time we go live usually. I hope we cover a good part of it. Now, anyone have a question? And again, people, people who send me messages or emails in Patreon, save your questions to here. I cannot answer everybody in Patreon for many reasons. Sending you text back, it takes time. My English is not perfect. Talking for me is way easier than typing email. And the top of that, the reference I have to give you, it is in Arabic, and which means I have to translate the reference to. So you are asking questions in the wrong time. When I go live, feel free to ask the question. I will put it in the screen. I will explain it to you. I will share the link, and that will make it perfect. And not only you get the benefit, everybody, not only one person. And remember, in Patreon, I don't have a privilege. I'm not Muhammad. Muhammad, he give a privilege for the one who pay money. So if you are a person who support me in Patreon, I will not give you special treatment in any way, in any mean. And I don't care if you like it or not. If you don't like it, you can drop your donation. I am not doing customer service, and I am not doing a special treatment for somebody make a donation. I'm not doing business. I have a mission here. So if you have a question, save it for us when we are here, and I will give the answer for everybody so everybody can get the benefit of the question and the answer. If you think because you made a donation for me, you own me, and I have to serve you, you are mistaken. I'm not for sale. You can stop your donation anytime. The Lord is my provider, not you. Do we have any Muslim here? Any question? Yusuf saying, Islam is beautiful. It make your kids practice before they become immoral. My friend, your kids practice what? Your son will say to his brother, F your mother. Why? Because the other person, he have different mother. I remember when I was a child, I went to a house of a Muslim boy, and we were playing together. And then the kid, he said to his brother, F your mother. I look at him and I say, but isn't he your brother? He said, yeah, but from other women. So this is what they practice, my friend. Muslim family is the most divided, corrupted families ever, because having multiple wives destroy the family from inside out, not only outside. Everything. You don't have a family. You don't have even a marriage. I remember actually once I went with a child. He said, we want to go and buy some like ice cream or something like that. So he want to go and ask his dad if he can give him some, coins to go and buy. And I have money with me. He don't have money. He said, let's go to my dad. So his dad is sitting outside in the store. He owns a store. And he came to his dad and he said to him, I want to buy ice cream. He said, you are the son of who? I could not believe it that he is asking his son, you are the son of who? He knew that he is his son, but he do not remember he is a son from which wife. So when you tell me your kids practice what? What you practice exactly? Can you tell me what you practice? Islam teach you how to cheat. Islam teach you how to lie. Isn't it your prophet, he says a Muslim, he can lie to his wife and the wife, she can lie to her husband? So is your son practicing? Are you, Mr. Yusuf, practicing? And you will notice Yusuf, he is ignoring everything I said, and he focused on something else right now. He's talking about Aisha. Yeah, Aisha, she was fed by a cucumber so she can gain weight, Mr. Yusuf. Are you telling your daughter to eat cucumber so she can get a little bit fat, so you can ship her out of the house at the age of 6? Is your children practicing that already? Are you going to give your daughter to the neighbor at the age of 6? Are you sick, Yusuf? Islam make our kids practice. Practice what? Practice sickness. This is your religion. And now we understand why cucumber is expensive in the Middle East. Stop ignoring when you are going to ask Uthman. We are asking Uthman every day. And as long as you are proud about Uthman, well, how come, okay, let us see what Uthman, he said, how come Uthman don't dare to let me call him and speak to him? Who is the one who refused? It's him. Christian Prince, if you are a man, come to me. I don't go anywhere. I will go all the way to San Diego. I will not even spend a penny. I will donate them for someone is poor, you know, because people, they don't cannot afford even to eat. This the thing we can do by beating him in person. I can do it right now. Give me his Skype. I will call him right now. He's a potato, son of Muta. He don't dare. And this is your Uthman, the one you are agree about. He is the one who said that your prophet is not Abrahamic. And I agree. Finally, we got a Muslim. We can hold him from his testicles if he have any. And now we can squeeze them each time. Look, let me squeeze them. Here we go. When the Muslim, they lie to us and they say Muhammad was Abrahamic. Who I'm going to use? My helper. Who is my helper? The ketchup boy. Here we go.
Again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned if this book was from other than God.
Because he didn't come from know who Gabriel is. But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were
pagan. So this is the guy you want me to talk to? We laugh. You don't even know how to read the... Go and see the video here. How he read the hadith. Go and laugh. This is a guy who called himself Sheikh. He do not know how to read Arabic. A Sheikh who do not know Arabic. And he claimed that Zakir Naik is not a qualified, and he is the one who is a qualified. Do we have any brave Muslim? Huh? Who is a brave Muslim have anything to say? You always say the Arabic text have more info than English. And you suggest to deal with the Arabic text to expose lies. My friend, there's no way to expose lies of Muslims unless you get an honest translation. And honest translation never exists. I never saw any. You know? So the only way, if you really want to do a good job, is to learn Arabic. Do you remember the guy who converted to Islam for more than 60 years? He called himself a brother Ishmael. He used to have a channel, it's called Convert to Islam. Do you remember him? Who remember him? Actually, I made videos when he was a Muslim against him. You remember him? Let me find you his channel. This guy, he believed in Islam. 16 years, trying, you know, I don't know if he was able to convert people. He went to Mecca, he went to Saudi Arabia, and then he studied Arabic. And what happened when he studied Arabic? He started learning the truth. His channel name, it used to be Convert to Islam. Then this person, he changed his channel from Convert to Islam to Don't Convert to Islam.
Hi, and well.
This is him. And I have videos made against what he is saying, if anyone of you remember. They are in the internet still, my videos against him. And now he is wearing a cross, actually. I'm surprised. Looked like he became a Christian. I don't know if this is a new video or not, I don't know. As you see here, he is wearing a cross. This guy, he learned Arabic, and actually I'm surprised how good his Arabic is.
Welcome to another video. You know, as an ex-Muslim who has become a Christian, I love reading the Bible because it's God's word which reveals truth and exposes falsehood. For example, the Bible tells us about how Satan tried to tempt Jesus. Satan tried to get him to throw himself down off the temple.
You can watch his videos, you know, if you want. I don't know this person. Actually, as I said, I used to make many videos against what he say when he was having a channel says convert to Islam, and I used to laugh at them actually, and I used to laugh at him for what he say about Islam.
Hi, and
but what happened? Here we go. This is a video from him. It says why I left Islam.
Hello, peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Brother Ismail. I've been a Muslim for 16 years, but in the past few years, I have been bothered by some reoccurring issues which have forced me to question my Islamic faith. And recently I have decided to finally leave Islam, and in this video I will explain why. Now, I don't think it's fair for Muslims to consider me as some kind of traitor or sellout, because over the years I've done my best to be faithful and loyal to Islam. I did not play games with Islam, and I took my Islamic faith very seriously. And whenever I found any Islamic teaching difficult, problematic, or controversial, I always did my best to research the issue for myself and for my fellow Muslims to resolve.
Anyway, you can watch his videos, and you will see the guy, he learned really good Arabic. I was really surprised about his reading.
You are allowed such women after making sure they are not pregnant. Imam Ahmad recorded that Abu Sa'id al-Khudri said, "We captured some women from the area of Awtas who were already married, and we disliked having sexual relations with them because they already had husbands. So we asked the Prophet about this matter, and this ayah was revealed. وَالْمُحْصَنَاتُ مِنَ النِّسَاءِ إِلَّا مَا مَلَكَتْ أَيْمَانُكُمْ."
Let Uthman ibn Farouk read like this guy. He cannot. He have a perfect reading for Arabic. So the best way to get Islam busted is to know Arabic. When you are, you know, I mean, for sure, not everyone who knows Arabic, he knows Islam. This is based on your interest. But how much time you give it, how much time you study, you know, you do. But the key is the language. If I am a person who knew Hebrew, that will double my knowledge in the Bible too. You know, if I know Aramaic, the same will do. You know, knowing language is the key of knowledge. What is your thought of Robert Spencer's Critical Quran is the best translation? I cannot judge it. I never touch it. I don't know what it is. But do Spencer speak Arabic? Do Robert Spencer speak Arabic? I'm not sure. Because translation, you know, it's not easy. It's not an easy job. And even if you speak Arabic, I mean, he speaks very good English for sure. I have no doubt about that. But I'm not sure how good is Arabic. Any question? If you have a question, please ask me. Yeah, one of you sent me a message says, this is a different topic now. One of you said that the Catholic worship Mary. You see, there's many dummy, and they are stupid liars, and we laugh at you. There's no Catholic, no Orthodox, no Protestant worship Mary. That's a lie. There's some of you, even they claim to be Christian, they say that the Catholic, they pray to Mary. That is another lie. The Catholic, they ask Mary to pray for them. They don't pray to Mary. If you are a donkey or a donkey, I cannot make you a horse. But you can go right now and listen to what they say. They say, pray for us, we are the sinners. So if you are a donkey, you're a donkey. What I cannot fix you. I cannot make you a horse, my friend. People who lies, doesn't matter if they claim to be Muslims or Christians or atheists, liars are not following God. They are following Satan. It doesn't matter what they label themselves. Liars are people who follow Satan for sure. Jesus says, who is the father of all lies? It is the devil. Right? So don't be stupid and don't follow the liars. Examine things people they say to you, including me. If I say something to you and I could not support what I say, well, then he is lying, right? So when they say to you, the Catholic, they worship Mary, that's a lie. They don't. When they say to you that the Catholic, they ask the dead ones to pray for them, or they pray to the dead one, that's stupid to say. The dead they are talking about is not dead, at least for them. Isn't it the Bible says when Jesus was resurrected, thousands of saints resurrected with him? So they pray, asking the saint to pray for them. They are not praying to the saints. People are foolish, and they are driven by hatred and ignorance. I am not a Catholic, by the way. I don't agree with many things they do. Many things. But still, I believe Catholic are Christians, and even maybe better Christian than us. Remember, it's not the name what make you a good Christian or not. It is what you do. The Lord, he said, from their fruit you shall know them. So there is a Catholic. He is a believer. He practice. He do everything he can do to follow the Lord, the Messiah. And as a Catholic, he don't care. He's a Catholic by name. And same for Protestants, same for Orthodox, and same for all of us. There's people they are by name, and there's people they are really believers. The truth is, whoever believes in Jesus, he will go to heaven. Not the Catholic, not the Protestant, not the Orthodox. Those who label themselves by names, I consider them a bunch of fools. I don't mind if somebody says, well, I'm a Catholic, okay, no problem, just to tell me how, what kind of system of a school he follow. But if you think because you are a Catholic or Protestant or Orthodox, you go to heaven, you are a fool. You go to heaven only because of Jesus. Only. Jesus said, I am the way. There's no other way except by me. Nobody can enter the kingdom of my Father except by me. How that can be? Whoever believes in me and I will live. It is the Messiah, my friend, who is our Lord. And as you see here, just to give you an example of the stupidity of some people. Don't be offended, by the way, when I say stupidity. But I have to say it. I'm a person, don't sugarcoat things. I'm a person who is born of an Orthodox family. All my family are Orthodox. I don't like to mention that, but just to show you how stupid you are. Orthodox is the true historical church. What the heck is that? But in the time of Jesus, there was no Orthodox church. And there's no Catholic church. What's wrong with those people? Mental illness, my friend. Ignorance, stupidity. Muhammadan, those are Muhammadan. Those are not Christians. They are like Shia and Sunni. You know, you go to hell, I go to heaven. It doesn't matter if you are Orthodox or not. Who cares? And what Orthodox mean? I will shave my beard, if you know what does that mean. How many times I said I will shave my beard? People are really stupid, people are really silly, and people are really following Satan. Because Shaitan, Allah, he said in the Quran, Allah will spread division between the Christians, and he will spread enmity. We are the only true Christians, and you are not a Christian. Paul was not Orthodox, neither Peter, neither John, none of them was Orthodox or Catholic or Protestant. Stop being stupid. Followers of Satan. Look what the Quran said. The Quran said Allah will spread hatred and enmity between the Christians until the day of judgment. And those who do that, they are following Allah, not Jesus. They are the tools of Allah. They are controlled by Allah. They are satanic. Anyway, if you are a person who thinks that there is a church better than other church, I say to you, it's better to go and become a Muslim. And may Allah make your penis long. Penis people. His penis is better than your penis. We have, you know, I mean, I don't know what to say. Mr. Batang Orange Otan, he says, you have a religion, I have mine. That is very stupid for you to say, my friend, because first of all, The verse you are quoting for me from the Quran is proving to me that your prophet is a certified donkey. Why? Shall we go and read the verse? Let's go. In that verse, or that chapter, if we can quote a chapter, Al-Kafirun, your prophet, he claimed that the people of Quraysh, they will never worship what he worshipped. But later, all of them, they convert to Islam. I will not worship what you worship, and you will not worship what I worship. And this is about the future, as you see well. But later, all of them, they converted to Islam. So your prophet is a potato. And this is one of the stupid chapters in the Quran. If you change some words in the Quran, like, okay, oh, be disbeliever, kuffar, I worship not what you worship, and nor you worship what I worship, and I will not worship what you worship, because I worship not what you worship, and you will not worship what I worship, so what worship, and you have your worship, I have my worship. This is God talking? Have you ever heard of a stupid statement? It's a kid that is 6 years old will do better. And the funny, the Muhammadan, they say, man, the Quran is amazing Arabic. If you take the word worship and add the word eat, I eat not what you eat, and you will not do eat what I eat, because I will not eat what you eat, and you will not do eat what I eat. For I do not do eat what you eat, and you will never do eat what I eat, because I have my food, you have yours. That is so deep. This is God. Are you there, Abdul? Your God is so, is so good at writing, by the way. I mean, so amazing. That's so deep. Look at this verse as an example, just to show you how deep the Islam is. No blame is there upon the blind, nor blame upon the lame, nor blame upon the sick, nor on yourself if you eat in your houses. Like, what the heck? That's deep. That is philosophy. Finally, we have a God, he agree that it's okay if we eat in our houses. Because look like in the time of Muhammad, people used to eat only in McDonald's. This is God, he sat in his office, and now he is thinking deeply. Let me tell them something new today. No blame, brother. If you are blind, you eat at home. Okay, well, the blind, before he used to eat where? Huh? I mean, before Islam, the blind, he used where he was allowed to eat. I mean, the guy is blind. And if you are lame, like if you have a broken leg or you cannot walk, or if you are sick, okay, or yourself, so nobody left. The blind, the sick, the one who cannot walk, and yourself. If you eat in your, what the point? What the heck? Or the house of your father. Oh, that's some. I'm so glad that Allah finally told us and guide us that we can eat in the house of our father. That's deep. I thought I cannot. Or the house of your mother. Wow. Hey, good news, brother. Finally, you can eat in your mother home. No problem. No problem. No problem. Or the house of your brothers. Wow. It's getting bigger. Or the house of your sister. Oh, man. Or the house of your father, brothers. What the heck? Or the house of your father, sister. Like, what the heck? This guy, he have time. This God, he have time. He have all the time you want. Or the house of your mother, brother. Or the house of your brother, sister, mother, sister. Or, look here. Things is getting even more bigger. Or the house you hold the keys for it. Never make a Muslim a real estate agent for your house. He will eat the food in your refrigerator. Do you see it? This is God, eh? This is a verse coming from God. What do you think? Abdul? I'm so, I'm so happy really that finally we are allowed. Yeah, look at this. Any question? Can you explain the contradiction used in his video? What contradiction? I don't know what. I did not watch all his videos. I don't have time for his videos. I just open and see this, this stupidity. I look at the title. I watch 30 seconds of his video, and that's what I use, and I'm done. Do you think really I watch the one? I find that videos like Zakir Naik is more entertaining because I learn from him how to speak English. Like, brother and sister, contemporary lying to you. And he said to you that the Prophet, he didn't allow that to have masturbation. In fact, it's permissible.